I don't know if this is going to be the start of the vlog or if it's going to be inserted later. I am officially on vacation. We are going to see how many of my anticipated reads I can read this week. The first one is going to be the reappearance of Rachel Price. I have successfully not seen any spoilers for this. Every single time I see a YouTuber talk about this, I skip what they're saying because I don't want to know anything going into it. The only thing that I know is that Rachel Price disappeared, and while a documentary is being filmed, she reappears and they're trying to figure out what happened. That's all I know. Literally don't know any details or anything. So I'm really excited. I've started this in the car. I'm only 15 pages in and I have almost a 3-hour drive to go, and then we're gonna be at the beach all week. So I'm anticipating finishing this week and then maybe starting another one. We'll let you know what my next reads are as I go. So stay tuned. We made it. I'm still talking quietly because I feel weird about vlogging with other people around. 40 pages in. I'm loving it. The vibes are there. I've been listening to this playlist on Spotify called Music to Listen to When You're Reading a Stephen King. And I fully understand that this is not Stephen King, but somehow the playlist is working for this and it is just what I needed. So I'm gonna go sit outside on the porch and just read for now. Back from the beach. This is the first full day. Beach was so pretty. It's like 80 degrees with a breeze the whole time, and for somebody who does not like to be hot, that was perfect. The water was perfect. It was not too cold. It was just crisp. It was so lovely. Book update. I am still reading The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I'm 183 pages into this, and I have had several reactions where I'm like, it is so freaking good. I am so pumped. I basically went into this blind, like I said in the last update, and I'm not going to say anything because I want this to be a spoiler-free video for anybody to watch. Basically, it's kind of slow. Like the beginning was really slow and then it picked up and now we're in a lull again. I am just loving it so much and it's just what I wanted. I have been listening to the audiobook along with the physical read sometimes. I think it's just because I'm feeling a little bit distracted adjusting to a new environment, and so sometimes I'll just put the audiobook on, listen to it at 2 times speed as I am reading. If I'm reading the book by itself, I normally read about 2 times speed. If I listen to an audiobook, I cannot listen at 2 times, it's too fast, but somehow it works when I'm doing it with the physical read. Anyways, you didn't need to know that. Basically, I'm listening to the audiobook occasionally along with it, and I'm really loving the experience. The narrator is great. I'm loving the vibes. It's definitely giving those thriller vibes without it being icky, and it's just perfect. So already. I finished the reprints of Rachel Price yesterday. Oh my goodness, it was like a 4-star, 4.5 star, which, side note, I don't normally do half-star ratings. I do 4-star just because somehow it bothers me mentally, but it wasn't a 5-star, so 4-star rating. And I'm gonna save most of my review for my wrap-up, so I'm not gonna get too far into it, but all you need to know is that it was really good, that it did not feel like too much of a YA thriller, but it also didn't go too far on the adult side with thriller stuff. It was just right. It gave you like the spooky vibes that you want in a thriller without being too much, and I just really enjoyed it. So there's that. Next, I decided to pick up Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and I am loving it. I started it this morning and I'm already 120 pages into this and I'm just eating it up. It is just perfect vibes for a beach read. Not to mention the cover is stunning, and I got photos of this on the beach, which is just what I had in my head because I just had to. I had to do the photo shoot with it. So anyways, gonna keep reading this. I'm back home and I have some book updates. So I started Just for the Summer. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I started this yesterday morning. I read it all day and I got 158 pages yesterday, and I did read a few pages this morning. Regardless, I got through a big chunk of this yesterday and I love it so freaking much. I'm still technically on vacation until Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day, and so I'm definitely gonna be finishing this weekend, and we'll see if I get to anything else. Anyways, I love it. I love Justin and Emma so much. They're so freaking cute. Justin is an incredible book boyfriend. Like, oh my gosh, he actually cares about her in a real genuine way, and it doesn't come across as fake or anything like that to me. Like, it doesn't seem like he's trying too hard. It's just, he loves her. And she loves him too, but she won't admit it. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading this. I also have a little book haul. So, on our way out of where we were staying at the beach, I saw that there was a bookstore, a used bookstore, and a bookseller store. We went to the used bookstore first, and it was huge. It had tons of books, and honestly, not a lot of them that I was interested in. They had a ton of mass market paperbacks, tons of like James Peterson, Tom Clancy, like all of those books that just have a million books by the author. I did find one thing that I wanted. That is The Woods by Harlan Coben. I have heard so many people talk about this and have seen it everywhere. This is a pretty well-known thriller, and to be really honest with you, I've been going into books pretty blind lately. I read a little bit of the blurb. It said that it was like 4 friends went missing. 20 years ago, 4 teenagers at summer camp walked into the woods at night. 2 were found murdered and the others were never seen again. 4 families had their lives changed forever. Now 2 decades later, they are about to change again. So there's like a whole 2 or 3 paragraphs left of the synopsis, and I'm not going to read it because I like going in blind, especially with thrillers. I kind of just don't want to know what's going to happen. But this is a really cared for copy. Like, it looks brand new. Like, the condition of it is brand new. Obviously the style of it is old. You can tell by the font that it's an older book, and also the back of it is like this. I feel like books don't do this anymore. So anyways, other than that, I was really happy to find this. This was only $4 at this used bookstore, by the way, which is such an amazing deal. The next book that I got, I actually did blind date with the book at this bookseller. I've never done that before, but the bookseller store, they had very limited selection of things that you could buy physically there. A lot of the books that I recognize I already have, or I was currently reading, like I saw just for the summer. But they had this table of blind dates, and I had never done it, and I was feeling spontaneous. Of course, I was worried that maybe I already had the book, or I've already read it, but I decided to take a chance. And I'm sure that with this, you're supposed to open it and immediately start reading, but you know what? My video, my rules, my book, my rules. So I went ahead and opened it. This thing said that it was a crime thriller, that it was suspenseful, there was espionage, there were spies, all that kind of stuff. And when I read that description, I realized I don't have a lot of books with those kinds of things. I have thrillers like The Woods, where somebody's murdered and they're figuring out what happened, or somebody's missing and they're figuring out what happened. But I don't have a lot of, I guess, organized crime. I guess that's what you would say it is. So when I opened it, I was so surprised because I literally have never heard of this before. It's called Argylle by Ali Conway. I've never heard of this, never even seen this cover before. I've never heard of the author. I think that this is a debut novel, the book that inspired the major motion picture. But when I look on the back, she looks like she wants to remain like faceless, because you can't see her photo. And it says that she wrote her first novel about Agent Argylle while working as a waitress at a late night diner. I'm assuming Agent Argylle is the main character of this. The back says, "The greater the spy, the bigger the lie. A luxury train speeding towards Moscow in a date with destiny. A CEI plane downed in the jungles of the Golden Triangle. A Nazi horde entombed in the remote mountains of southwest Poland. A missing treasure, the 8th wonder of the world, lost for 7 decades. And just one chance for redemption." And again, I don't really want to read the synopsis of this until I pick it up, but I'm really excited. And I'm glad that I took a chance, and I'm glad that I have something different to add to my shelves. So this is my little book haul, and I am just gonna relax and keep reading just for the summer. Okay, it has been a minute. I don't even remember the last time I updated you, but it's the next day, I think. I'm just now about to read for the first time today. I have been busy. I got home and we didn't have any groceries, so I had to go to the grocery store and get some things for the next few days. And then I came home and my husband and I had coffee together. I'm just not having a second to read. It is a little after 5 o'clock. We had a late lunch, so I'm not gonna make dinner anytime soon. I've got a beach ambiance situation going on the TV. I'm gonna play some rom-com reading soundtrack in the background. I'm gonna keep reading just for the summer, and I am going to drink this cutie little coffee, and I am excited. I'm so excited to get reading. I'm hoping to finish this book tomorrow. I really think I can do it if I am not distracted on my phone. So let's see how much I can read in the next hour. Okay, I am 196 pages into this book, I just finished chapter 21, and just have to say, like, I really love Justin. At this point, I feel like I actually love him more. Hold on, let me turn this video off so that you can hear me. I feel like I love Justin more than Emma. Maybe I'm supposed to at this point, but Emma can be a little bit cynical. Justin is just so nice, and everything bad that you could think of is happening to him. Like, I look forward to his chapters more than Emma's. Justin has the best friends. All his friends take care of him so well. They show up like community should. Honestly, the way that his friends love him and show up for him and take care of him is how friends should take care of each other in real life. Let me get back to reading. A note on being distracted when you're reading. For me, the timer method always works. I set a timer what I just did a second ago. I set a timer for 45 minutes and I did not touch my phone until the timer went off. I was only allowed to read during that time. I did take a break kind of in the middle because I needed to call my mom about something, but otherwise I did not touch my phone until the timer went off, and I'm surprised at how much I was able to read. I'm just saying this because if you are like me and you feel easily distracted, you want to read, you sit down, and then you just end up picking your phone up and scrolling, try the timer method. It feels like a challenge. Sometimes I do an hour, sometimes I do 2 hours, depends on what's going on. But just set a timer, put your phone away, don't touch it until the timer goes off, and read during that time, and it always works for me. I am about 80 pages away from finishing Just for the Summer. I have some thoughts. I don't like Emma. It's not that I think she's necessarily like the worst main character. I just personally am not, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess I'm just not relating to her very much, and I don't like her chapters. The first half of this book, so good, and then something like changed halfway through. I don't know if it's because I read the first half on the beach and then I completely changed my environment, came home, and I'm finishing it, and maybe that's messing with it some. But I'm not in love with the book. Do I like it enough to finish? Yes. Do I want to see what's going to happen? Yes. Do I think it's going to be a 5-star read? No. I really like Justin, and I like the first half of the book. I love him in the first half of the book. But again, something changed, and like dialogue with each other feels YA. If this was a YA book, I would not think anything of it. But because it's not a YA book and it feels YA, it kind of just makes me like a little bit of the ick. And man, okay, I just need to finish it. I just need to finish the book, and I can tell you my full thoughts when I do my reading wrap up, but I just wanted to update this really quick. Okay, it is the next day, and I have finished Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I think that I have my full thoughts together. I've slept on it. I'm gonna save my full review for my wrap up, which I've said a few times already. I will just say that I'm gonna rate this 3 stars. This was a 5-star anticipation for me, and so I am slightly disappointed that it's not 5 stars. I had just a few things that didn't quite work for me in this. I previously said that I was frustrated with Emma, that I didn't really like her as a main character, and there's a whole bunch of things that are resolved at the end of this book that if they had been resolved earlier in the book, I probably would have liked her more. But it just felt like, I'm trying to decide what to say so that I'm not giving you spoilers. Basically, I felt like because of how the ending was, the rest of the book, like the whole first 75% of it, was pointless. If they had resolved this and the things that they were going through a little bit earlier, or if they had done it in a different order, I think that the book would have been a lot better in my mind. I'm not saying that I hated it. It wasn't a 5-star. I still enjoyed the book. I rated 3 stars. 3 stars is not a bad rating for me. If I rate it 2 stars or less, it means I really, really hated it. If I really hated it, I might not have even finished it. So 3 stars is not a bad rating, but it just wasn't the best. And I'm not going to be getting rid of it. I try to like get rid of books that I don't enjoy because I don't really want them on my shelves, but the cover of this book is so beautiful that I have to keep it. I have to keep it. Can't wait to put it on my shelf because I want some more color with my romance books. I think that this is finally the end of this vacation reading vlog. Today is Memorial Day and it's the last day of vacation, which is perfect, and I hope you enjoyed. This is really fun for me to document my reading throughout a week and to document just my thoughts and to let you know what I was thinking about everything, and I hope you enjoyed it. So if you enjoyed it, I would really love to see your comments. What are you reading? Do you have any vacations coming up? What are you going to read on vacation? Are you a thriller or romance? Anything in between kind of person. Also, if you see this video and you enjoyed it, I would really love it if you subscribed for more videos. If you liked the video, it helps other people find me on the YouTube algorithm, which I still haven't figured out. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.